guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done already, click the subscribe button and follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. We got boxing ahead. We've got the Isaac Chamberlain fight tonight. Big up Hennessy Boxing for hooking me up with some tickets for that fight in particular. We also have the Benn Algieri fight happening tomorrow on Saturday on the Zone. And then we've got the Richard Kobe early hours of Sunday morning here in the United Kingdom against Richard Kobe. So Loma versus Richard Kobe, early hours of the morning. I think it's on Sky Sports. I could be gravely mistaken. Nevertheless, good fights this weekend as well. In this video, I want to talk about the Chris Algieri versus Conor Benn fight. Tomorrow, I'll talk about the Loma, because that has to be a separate video in itself. There's a lot to talk about there. We'll do it separately. Yeah, so tune out to that video as well. A little skim around the undercard. We've got a couple of people on the undercard. We've got the Jordan Gill, Robbie Davies Jr. It's Charmaine and Jake. I'm hearing good things about him, so hopefully he, looks good in this fight. But Katie Taylor is on the undercard as well. Now with Katie, I've been having to realise that she's on the, how would I say it, the gradual decline. Okay. Since the since the Belgian lady, what's her name? Delphine Pursuit fight. The first fight, yeah, in Madison Square Gardens, which I thought she lost. It's just been slowly just on the decline, but she's racking up wins, but it isn't apart from a couple of mandatories in between, but it isn't really convincing wins. Okay, and I just think her body is taking a toll on her. She's getting to that age where she could one or two fights at this level that she could compete at the highest level. Apart from that, it's going to go downhill from then on. So I think Katie Taylor's got a couple more fights left in her at the highest level, and then it is what it is. But I just think this, I don't know whether she's, how would I say, washed enough to lose against this level of opponent. Okay, unknown quantity, but a lot of female boxers, champions, when they have mandatories, etc., or voluntary defenses against unknown quantities, it's a bit like, it's not like the Mexicans in the men's game where you don't know who they are, but trust me, these dons have racked up 20, 30, 40 wins here in Tijuana, in the back streets of Tijuana, and all of a sudden they cause an upset. I don't think this is going to be the case. So I think Katie Taylor is going to win in convincing fashion, but I don't think that she's going to look good in this fight, shall we say. I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think it's just going to be a point decision from her. But let's go into the Conor Benn versus Samuel Vargas, Chris Algieri fight. Now, Chris Algieri, I'll talk about Chris Algieri first before I go to Conor Benn. Chris, last fight back in August, I think it was back in August. His last fight was in August. Prior to that, he's had almost, a 2-year layoff. Now, when you've got a 2-year layoff, you kind of, how do I say it, speed things up in terms of father time, okay? Because you're not sharpening your axe against tough level opponents. Now, even though he might be in a physical, amazing condition, there's something about those lights. Even though he fought this year, he didn't fight a great level of opponent that's going to test him and sort of sharpen his skills to then cause Conor Benn any sorts of trouble. And that's why I think Conor Benn, this is a huge statement fight for him. Conor Benn, look, he's coming off a good win against Sebastian Formella, knockout win against Samuel Vargas, a great win actually, to be fair, first round KO. Some may see the Vargas stoppage potentially might have been premature. I can get that, but I think it was still going to be the first round because there was a lot left. I think it was just around a minute left on the clock. Okay, for that fight in particular, so he was going to get him the hell out of it that round than the next round, regardless. But with regards to Conor Benn, his last fight, Granados was running around like a lunatic. It's kind of pointless, man. Like imagine just trying to jab someone or trying to hook them or whatever. Man was just running around the ring like he's doing. I was about to say something mad, yeah. I'm not gonna get cancelled. Yeah, but he's doing laps around the ring. Okay, it's not really going to test your skill level, and I think Chris Algieri is good to do that. But the thing is, I think with Chris and Conor Benn, their styles is all suited for a Conor Benn KO, and this is how I see it going. No, this is how I can see the stoppage with Chris. He's half decent on the front foot, but on the back foot he can't really defend much. So this is how he defends. He defends like this, arms a bit wide, but on the back foot, it's like you can kind of come in through the sort of side windows, if that makes sense. So a lot of the sort of times where he got hurt against Amir Khan, against Errol Spence, was through those sort of same angles on the back foot, around the sort of same areas, the sort of cheeks, shall we say, the upper cheeks. That's where he keeps getting caught, and his punch resistance is half decent. I wouldn't say he's great. His power, his power's not amazing. 25 wins, and 9 of which are KOs. If you watch him against an Amir Khan, who Amir Khan's got, he's renowned for a weaker chin than most. He literally knocked his head back and didn't even hurt him. So this is why I just think with Conor Benn and how Conor Benn fights, where he's brawling to the body, he likes hooking in unorthodox angles. I just think that he's going to get him the hell out of it. It's going to be a very similar to a Samuel Vargas win. The problem is that I don't know what round that is going to be, because it can very well be a first round KO. Absolutely could be more than a first round KO. But how I see this fight going is I see Conor Benn winning against Chris Algieri round 2. I think he just knocks him out round 2. Round 1 or 2, I'm telling you, 1 or 2 is going to happen. I doubt it'll go past 3 rounds. Really, really doubt it, because Conor Benn is just perfect for Chris Algieri. It's just the perfect matchmaker. Chris Algieri, he's barely going to cause Conor Benn any problems. Conor Benn is conditioned in a way that he can take those punches, especially from Chris Algieri. It's just a matter of, can he knock him out early, because he'll get his chances, but will Chris go down? And I can't really work that one out. What's his name? Errol Spence dropped him, but kind of, had to hit him a couple more times to get him down. I think Conor Benn, decent enough power, I think he can get him done. So I'm saying an early stoppage, Chris Algieri, Conor Benn, round 2. Okay? With regards to that fight. But if he wins, what does that mean for Conor Benn? Conor Benn has got a wealth of opportunity ahead of him. It's a fruitful, weight class that he's in. A very, very fruitful weight class. I was going to say him versus, what's that guy's name again? Sean Porter. But Sean Porter, of course, he's retired. Do I think he would have beaten Sean Porter? It would have been a big stretch to beat Sean Porter. I think it would have been a huge, huge ask. And it's one of those sort of AJ Klitschko scenarios where if he's in the deep end, potentially he could win on points just about, but I think Eddie's giving it up for him to fight a guy like Adrian Broner. Listen, if that fight goes ahead between Adrian Broner and Conor Benn, my oh my, all I'm saying is, if that happens in the UK, wow. I'm just looking at the press conference. I'm looking at the build-up. Yeah, Adrian is pay-per-view build-up. Yeah, that guy is gold. Yeah, I'm telling you, he should be a comedian. He should be some sort of entertainer, because this guy is like, he's how would I describe it? He's very good at making the crowd laugh and engagement. Trust me, he's up there. And Conor Benn in the UK crowd gasses people up. Okay, he's like, I'm crushing it in the gym. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna do it like an impression of Conor, but you get the gist. Okay, and those two styles, they're gonna listen. I'll pay for that pay-per-view. Let me know if you will pay for that. Would you pay for Conor Benn versus Adrian Broner as a pay-per-view? Because I would. Big man thing. I would definitely. But if if Chris Algieri wins, I'm gonna have to give him as many props as I humanly can, as many props, because that just puts it back into, no, I want to say, would I put it back into the conversation of the welterweights? Potentially not, but I can't see it to an extent where I can't even visualize it. If that happens, wow, my mind's gonna be blown. But this weekend, straight after the Conor Benn fight, we're going to go live, sort of reaction live. So, jump on our off the campus boxing as well. And then maybe 15-20 minutes in, we might just drop the link as well. So if you guys want to just jump on for another 5-10 minutes, you're more than welcome to as well. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Like the video, subscribe. Peace, love, and prosperity. I'm going to see you guys in a bit. Peace.